So in this maple dining chair, we've got walnut that has a light stain on it and maple with just a clear finish on it. To keep the crispness and cleanness around joints, I like to finish these before assembly. That means that this pinhole gets drilled after this is in and the part is finished. That's a little treacherous. There's really no room for screwing up, or at least screwing up is expensive. So to take some risk out of that, I made this fixture that gives me a guide hole that, with these arms clamped to the bottom of the fence, makes it easy for me to drill a hole parallel to the bottom of the chair. I'm using a Veritas lipped brad point for this. And what I want to do is get the RPMs up and approach the leg, or excuse me, approach the arm stump very slowly. So I take a very, very light cut and don't tear out. That's one of the big advantages of using a guide hole like this, is it allows you to get control of the bit while it would otherwise be in the air, and enter very slowly and carefully. I'm backing out periodically like that to give the bit a chance to unload the chips. This also acts as a stop. You can see how clean that entry is from that careful light cut at the beginning. Now I've hand turned these hickory dowels. They're also heat treated so that they're super dry. I don't have to have them tight right now because they're gonna swell up. It's a good fit, but it's just not super tight. I'll get plenty of glue in the hole. Would have been good if I didn't leave my glue there to get chips all in it, but won't be too much of a problem. The glue will wipe off cleanly from this conversion varnish finish, but I still don't want to get it everywhere. Okay, and I'm going to try to be careful not to smear it any more than necessary as I assemble this. And I like that pin to be just barely able to be pushed in with my hand like that. Trimming this down would be a really good task for a nice, sharp, flush trim dozuki, but I'm a little nervous doing that with so much finished area at stake. So I'm going to use this carving bit that was made for me by Don Weber. That's perfect for getting right in here and rolling out. I can start almost at the bottom of this pen. Now this is double-edged, so I've got to remember that and not push the back edge of the blade with my finger or my thumb. And I'm trying to not rest the blade against the walnut right now. I'll do that later when I'm taking a finished cut. But while I'm doing this heavy cutting, I don't want to risk bruising the walnut. Now I'm down close, so now I can take some finished cuts just to clip the fibers around the perimeter, allowing me to come back with the chisel and level this without fear of tearing out at the exit cut. Now, on a lot of designs, I would leave this pen proud, but with these more contemporary looking chairs, I like the look of a flush trim, even though that does risk later having the edge of the pen slightly proud should this arm stump shrink. And that's one of the many reasons to make sure that all your stock is dry when you're making furniture. Now, I'm not going to try to go all the way to the walnut here. That's just riskier than I want. I'll be right back. Now, because I have bare wood here and finish around that, I could come back with some conversion varnish on here, but I'm going to just do a little speed finish with this CA finish. Generally get by with one coat. I might have to do a second one with this. Just blotting it on there. I don't know if this is the best one. It's just the one we use. I'll let that dry while we have lunch and then come back and see if it needs another coat later.